You do realize that Ilia is better than Volk on the ground, right? Oh, yeah. No, you're right. You're right. Ilia is better than Volk on the ground because of what? Wait a second. I have to remember. What's the thing that he's done that's better than Volk on the ground? He has a jiu-jitsu background, so obviously anyone with a jiu-jitsu background is going to be better than Volk on the ground. That's why Brian Ortega got the better of Volk on the ground, even though he got 10-8'd in 2 rounds in a row. Oh, Bryce Mitchell has a good jiu-jitsu background, so therefore he should be better than Volk on the ground, but he isn't though, right? Ryan Hall. Wait, is Ryan Hall like a jiu-jitsu expert? He should be better than Ilia on the ground. How come he got TKO down there? So what has Ilia done to prove that he's better on the ground? He took down Josh Emmett. Oh, he took down Josh Emmett when Josh Emmett was already getting beat to a pulp, and Josh Emmett doesn't even have amazing takedown defense because no one even shoots takedowns on him. Oh, he mauled Bryce after he knocked him out and concussed him. That's why. Okay? Listen, he got taken down by Bryce Mitchell, and he got held down for a whole minute. We could take a whole minute of silence if you want to basically, think about how long that is. We could take a whole minute of silence to show you how long it was that Ilia Topuria got held on his back. Volkanovski has never, ever been held on his back for a minute. Ever. So it's not just Ilya's better at submissions. That's true. He is better at submissions. Does that mean he's better everywhere on the ground? No. Doesn't mean he has better wrestling defense. It doesn't mean he has better ability to get up. It doesn't mean he has better scrambles. It doesn't mean he has better ground and pound. I would say he doesn't have better ground and pound. I'd say if Volkanovski had Josh Emmett in front of him, when Ilia fought Emmett, I think Volk would have finished him on the ground if he got him there. But yeah, we could take a moment of silence if you want to basically play out the minute of silence that, the lights switched off in Spain. Bryce Mitchell turned the lights off in Spain when he took Ilia down for a minute. Okay? Lucas bringing the salt today? True. Ilia has better jiu-jitsu and wrestling than Volk. Based on what? Based on what? Based on the fact that he has a submission win? I don't think that's enough. Based on the fact that his background is in jiu-jitsu? That's not enough. Not enough at all. But yeah, I'm just saying, Ilya's a good grappler. That's, we're certain on that. But he's not necessarily better than Volk. And this all started when I said that maybe he doesn't get up when Ilia takes him down, and maybe Islam submits him, whereas he couldn't submit Volk. It's possible that Topuria doesn't have the same submission defense. Based on his entire career? Really? Based on his entire career? Okay. Let me know in the UFC where Ilia Topuria has had as many dominant performances and outings and has proven his takedown defense and ability to get up to his feet like Volkanovski. Because I could think of Volkanovski beating Brian Ortega to a pulp on the ground, almost finishing him, to the point where Ortega can't even stand up to his own stool. Most refs would call that a stoppage. But Ilia can't do that to Bryce Mitchell, but Volk can do that to Brian Ortega. All right? He subbed Bryce Mitchell when he knocked him down. It's like the same thing. You concuss someone, it's easier to submit them. Bryce Mitchell was breaking. And also, he got taken down by Bryce Mitchell. That's not a good look. There's never been a moment where Volk has been taken down and held there on his back. He didn't just compete in MMA? Okay, I don't give a fuck about what other sport he competed in. We're talking about MMA. I don't care if Ilia Topuria has slicker jiu-jitsu in 2017 in the local jiu-jitsu dojo. It doesn't mean he's a better MMA grappler. Brother, his first 8 wins are subs. I don't give a fuck if his first 8 wins are subs. You know who else has first 8 wins being subs? Ryan Hall has his first 8 wins being subs. Okay? Ryan Hall submitted a bunch of people on the regional team. If Ilia is submitting cans, it doesn't mean shit. Let's talk about what he's done in the big leagues and what he hasn't. Okay? Ilia has been taken down and held down on his back. Volk has never been taken down and held down on his back. Okay? Volkanovski has out-grappled and beat up better grapplers than Topuria. Volkanovski beat up Islam Makhachev for a minute. Let's talk about the trifecta, the big trifecta that Ilia Topuria can't compete with. Did Ilia Topuria ever prove that he could beat up Islam Makhachev for a minute with ground and pound on the ground? No. Did Ilia Topuria prove that he can get up to his feet when Bryce Mitchell takes him down? No. But Volk can get up when, Makhachev takes him down.
I stood up and look at me now.
Did Ilia Topuria prove that he could beat up Brian Ortega on the mat like Volk did? Not yet. Not yet. So Volkanovski's proven more, therefore he's a better grappler. Sorry. Volk started grappling at 22. Ilia had an entire career in grappling. You know who else didn't start training grappling in 22 that got out-grappled in moments in their fight? Islam Makhachev. You know that Volkanovski has beat people that were training from before the age of 22? You know that Volk, at the age of 22, like, ended up... you know that Volkanovski ended up beating Jose Aldo, who was actually, like, a professional martial artist by the time Volk started training? That's a horrible argument. You guys are just so easy to argue against on this take, specifically. Ilia Topuria is not the better grappler. I'm sorry. You can't prove it. You can't prove it. The only time you could have said that is if Ilia actually out-grappled Volk, which he didn't. Volk got mogged on the ground against Islam. Really? Because the last time I checked, we could watch a whole 3-minute section of the fight where Volkanovski's laughing at his face. He has Islam Makhachev, the best grappler on the planet, on his back. Yet he's just punching him and laughing, and the crowd's watching, and he's laughing, and he's punching him. The crowd's watching, he's punching him behind his head. I'm punching him, I'm punching him. Really? That's crazy. Also, remember the moment where someone actually got damaged on the ground in that fight? I swear, there was a moment where someone actually took a lot of damage on the ground. Let me try to find this. Moment where someone took a lot of damage on the ground in Islam versus Volk. Yeah, let me try. Oh, wait a second. Is this the image? Oh, wait. Whoa, wait a second. That's actually crazy. This is the one moment where anyone got beat up on the ground in that fight. Damn. Oh, wow. Look, it's Volkanovski taking down Islam. It's Volkanovski beating the fuck out of the best grappler in the sport. Until Islam Makhachev can prove that he can... Until Ilia Topuria proves that he can get up to his feet when little Bryce Mitchell takes him down, and until he can beat up someone like Islam Makhachev and survive and do better than Volkanovski in the grappling, then I'm going to hold off when it comes to saying he's a better grappler than Volk. Sorry, but it's not true. Not true. Also, getting a submission, like one little quick submission, does not mean that you are necessarily the better grappler just because the other guy doesn't have submissions. Like, I think it's more impressive for Volkanovski to not knock down Brian Ortega, but to get out of a submission attempt, showcase submission defense, and then beat up Ortega afterwards when Ortega wasn't even concussed beforehand. Ilia won't survive the ground with Islam. He might not. You don't know. He might not, guys. Rugby's better than soy jitsu? True. Very true. This photo is basically the depiction of it doesn't matter how long you've been training or what your original martial art was. It just matters what you're able to bring to the octagon, okay? It doesn't matter that Islam has been grappling for more than Volk. Look at this photo. What are they doing in the octagon? Yes, I know Islam Makhachev is a better grappler than Volk. He took him down. He controlled him at times. But look at this too. Not that far off, okay? Ilia Topuria hasn't ever had a moment like this. Let's look at the last guy Ilia Topuria submitted. Oh, Luis Gomez. Interesting. Let's see who this guy's like. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Holy fuck. This is the last guy Ilia Topuria submitted before the UFC. Let me show you. This is the last guy Ilia Topuria submitted, and this is the proof of him having better grappling than Volk. 0-1. Oh my gosh, dude. I just can't stop laughing at that idea. Come on, guys. Enough. Enough. Do you believe Kanye is dropping vultures too?